just I think I shown the vote for the figurine. It's in the other page now. So remember, you can also vote for Dungeon versus Inferno. Well, I'm not logged right now, so I don't have the numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's still very tight.
And you have 2 weeks to
2 weeks left to
vote.
To help the community decide. Yep. This is an example of the lore article that Julien's making. So
actually, credit.
Yes.
Credit.
It's a
where
team
credit is
effort, I
due.
know.
This is based on a text that was written by Kurt McClung, who is a lead writer on Heroes 7.
Okay, yeah.
So he's been writing since I think he started on Tribes of the East.
Yes.
And he wrote quite a few of the campaigns in Heroes 6 as well, and he's a lead writer on Heroes 7. And yeah, he wrote Ivan's biography, and
Yes.
I adapted it a little bit.
I know a
for the
lot
website.
of the lore of the universe of Ashan. I know that.
And I added a few puns because I'm a punster. I'm afraid to say.
Yes, I think we have a question regarding the Tears and Blood systems. It was the reputation system in Hero 6, and yes, we are removing that for many reasons. One of them is that we felt that it was a lot of effort for not so much benefit. Well, it was nice to see your hero evolve and get new abilities, but at the same time, I think it was a bit trapping you in a certain kind of behavior. So if you wanted to get the points in one of the categories, you would behave a different way, and so we kept the idea that you could be more of an offensive hero, more of a defensive hero, but that's in the class system and it's not a reputation anymore, and you cannot switch from neutral to one of those sides.
A lore question from Mr. Catfish, who has a question about Nagas. So I think he's a Naga himself in disguise with such an alias. Can you tell us what the Nagas are doing while Ivan is seizing the throne? Weren't they in good terms with the Wolf Duchy? Well, they were in good terms back in when Irina was Duchess.
Exactly.
So that's a couple of centuries before Hero 7. I don't know actually what the status of the diplomatic relationships between the Wolf Duchy and the Nagas in Hero 7.
Yeah. At this time, I think it's safe to say the relationships are quite scarce, and maybe they're still friends. But it's
in any case, Nagas, they have a tendency, since most of their empire is underwater, so they do a lot of stuff, but not so much on the surface wall. Yeah, hopefully, if the game sells well again, and we can, complete our secret plan of bringing all factions of Ashan in Hero 7 at some point, we'll revisit the Nagas. And
yep. Wow, this is quite a long question. This is not so serious.
You mean the question about the Week of the Ancients and stuff like
Exactly.
that? Yeah. Well, I was talking a bit earlier. Maybe you missed it if you came midway through this Twitch. That we put a few references to the old games in the Ashan, the game set in Ashan. So in Hero 6 we had this Week of the Ancients that sometimes triggered and was a little joke about the science fiction background of the newer computing games. And then of course in Might and Magic 10 Legacy there were even more of these references, and some actually very straight references and cameos from characters from the old universe. But we will try to keep this kind of references in future games. That will never be something that will come to the forefront of the Ashan games, because Ashan is really a magical universe where you won't see cyborgs and spaceships anytime soon, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, so I really can't answer questions that are a bit too technical about these Easter eggs and cameos we put in previous games. But I believe in, it's my belief as a fan that the New World Computing worlds and Ashan, they exist in the same kind of universe, and they are separated by the void. That's something actually both laws have in common. So, anything's possible, but there won't be blasters and cyborgs in Ashen.
Yeah, don't think so. I think a question about night and days or season effects on the map. No, these are not going to be changing the gameplay. It's interesting because I remember when we first saw the first iteration of the tools, we were really impressed by the ability to change the lighting, and everybody wanted night and day, but the thing is, in Heroes, each turn is a day, so that would mean that you would have a whole sun cycle in one turn, and that's a bit crazy, so we decided not to use that. The lighting effects can be used for storytelling, but not as a gameplay feature. And for the season, it's a bit of the same. We don't really know how much turns or how much months could a game take, so if you want to have a whole yearly cycle of seasons, it's a bit difficult to know how it will affect the balance of the game, so we didn't go there.
M. Takahashi is asking us, will multiplayer issues like desync and constant crashes be fixed? Well, we'll do our best, and
yeah, well, that's really technical stuff, and servers and stability of internet connection, so we'll do our best in the game, but for everything else it's kind of out of our hands.
Again, we are lucky to be using Unreal Engine 3 because that's really an engine that was created for multiplayer games to begin with.
It's
so
true.
Hopefully that will be a huge help on this aspect.
Yeah.
So a few more questions and we'll be ending the stream, I think, because
Yes.
we'll be
like
at
it.
it for quite a while now.
There's a question about AI, and it's MR3 Lion asking, will enemy flee from battle instead of fighting? So you are quoting Heroes 5. To be clear, I'm not sure if you're talking about enemies surrendering during a fight or on the battle map if they will get away when you're
Basically, in Heroes 5, there were times when you just enter the fight and first thing the enemy is surrendering or fleeing.
Okay, so you're basically talking about a bug, I would say. I don't think that was intentional in Heroes 5. So no, I don't think it will happen, because if you start a battle and the enemy is so weak compared to you that he would flee, I think you would have the option of surrendering, or you would just slaughter them.
And I know that one of the senior engineers in Limbic is very keen on the question of artificial intelligence and stuff like that. And
Yes.
So that's a topic that they have on
Yes,
their minds,
I
to
think
have
so.
a very very cool AI in Heroes 7. We'll see how it turns out.
Yep. A question from Noobstromo, who's asking, will each hero have a special ability that makes him or her unique? They will have specializations like in previous games. Most of specializations will be not exactly unique, but some of them will be found on multiple heroes. But in the main heroes from the campaigns, some of them will have unique abilities. Like Ivan, if he would be playable, he would have something very specific to who he is, and that would be unique, yes. A long question again, probably regarding initiative, but I think it's going to be answered shortly. We have a system that is very similar than the one in Hero 6. We made a few changes, but we made a lot of iterations on that because we tried different things. We didn't want to go back to the dynamic initiative like in Heroes 5, which is an interesting system, but we felt that it was very difficult to keep in control. So what we wanted to keep is that your hero can act when one of your creatures can act, and creatures have initiative values that give them an order, and you can influence that with abilities and spells. And so that's basically quite like in Hero 6, but we want to make the hero more part of this and not completely separated with an ability that is kind of another system, which it's with its own counter, etc. So yes, you will have more details probably in the future in an article, but it's quite a complex topic.
I see Castor Arcanet is asking us about the fan projects, and if we are aware about such projects like Horn of the Abyss and stuff like that. And of course we're keeping an eye on what the community is doing, and really it's very great and I think humbling that the community is continuing to create things like fan-made expansions for Heroes 3, for instance, adding towns and stuff like that. And personally, I mean, I joined the Heroes team because I did a fan project in the first place. So especially for me, it's something I'm really keen on. And yeah, I think hopefully with Heroes 7 we can really support fan projects and create some platform for people and to really share their work. It's really early, to talk about that, but that's something that's very close to our art. And in the meantime, you can already come to the website and talk about your projects on the comments. I'm sure a lot of fans will enjoy knowing about them.
Yes, we really want the community to be active again with this game, and this time we think with all the internet allows us to do, we would be able to support them, to highlight what they do, so they can share their work, and we will really encourage everyone to do some stuff, maps, I don't know, mobs, everything, and we want to help you do that for sure.
Question from Rikan Nega about the Dynasty weapons from Heroes 6. Are they out? I think they are actually. In that form anyway.
In the form that they were, with the XP and controlled by the Dynasty system. When you were online, this is gone, and you will still have powerful weapons, but it's not the Dynasty system as in the Hero 6.
Okay, so one last question. Lame Minator.
That's a good one.
He's asking why our movement bars are full. I mean, on the visual for the Twitch page.
Yes, we didn't move from half an hour. That's the reason, I think.
Yeah, because did you guys start your day in the office? I wish. Actually, it's like 7:30 in the evening here. So starting, I have a headache and I'm a bit tired. So yeah, I think it's a good question to actually end this Twitch on. It was really great showing you guys the game, even if it's a very early pre-alpha demo and not many new things compared to what you already saw at Gamescom or Igromir. But thank you very much for following this Twitch.
Thank you.
You can come to mmh7.com to follow the development of the game
and vote
on many features. And every week we try to have articles talking about either the lore or the gameplay or what we are doing. And of course you can comment and leave your opinion. So yeah, come and visit us. The game is released next year, 2015, and we won't be more precise than that right now. But that's it.
I think that's it for today. So
thank you very much, and a good day if you are still in the day. Good night if it's the night in your part of the world, and bye bye.